Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Peter Zealley. I am a craniosacral therapist. I specialise in the treatment of injuries, accidents, emotional and mental stress, trauma and bereavement, and in the treatment of children and babies. My work with children and babies is largely to do with helping them get over the effects of their birth. As a craniosacral therapist, the only tools I use to assess and to treat my clients are my hands and the sense of touch. The type of therapeutic touch used by craniosacral therapists is called the listening touch. I'm going to demonstrate the listening touch on a baby doll. This is Oliver. I'm going to take a hold on his head, a volt hold. Before I make contact with Oliver, both to assess him or to treat him, I always ask for permission, for consent, both from him and from his parents who will be present. I also explain what I'm going to do first. So I understand babies have awareness, so they take in what I'm saying. So Oliver, my name is Peter. I'm a craniosacral therapist. What I would like to do in a moment is just to make a light contact with the top of your head. Do you think that would be okay? With a baby, if they aren't happy with something I'm doing, normally they will let me know either by moving away, perhaps by beginning to cry, or even by taking my hand away. So Oliver, I'm just going to take a light contact on the top of your head. And so with my fingers, I'm gently making contact with the skull, but in such a way that I'm exerting no pressure, but I do have a physical contact. In this way, my hands and the sense of touch is blending with Oliver's head and body. That allows me to get a sense of how Oliver is a person and what's going on in his body. The listening touch may reveal that Oliver is nice and relaxed in his body and at peace, if that is indeed the case, or it may begin to show up a pattern of birth, stress or trauma. If my finger pressure is too firm, I will begin to compress Oliver's head. This may begin to stress or re-traumatize him, and I don't want that. That is no longer the listening touch. So to demonstrate a more compressive hold, I'm going to swap Oliver for a balloon. So ideally with a listening touch, my touch is just blending with the surface of the balloon of the skull. It's exerting no pressure. If I begin to exert pressure, the head begins to distort and this creates a compression. So this is what can begin to upset a baby, and I don't want that. So I let go of the pressure and come back to a state where I'm just making contact, but there's no force involved. This again is the listening touch. Once I have assessed Oliver, I can move into treatment. The craniosacral treatment of a baby is largely a continuation of the listening touch and monitoring the physiological changes that will inevitably follow. If you would like to understand more about craniosacral therapy and the listening touch, and to discover why some babies cry excessively, my book, Your Baby's Cry for Help, is available on Amazon. So wherever you are right now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.